Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new PlayNow. Yes, after, what is it, 3 months, 4 months with no content, you're finally getting a new show, and it's about the game dubbed Space Mercs, made by Bearded Games. And it's one of those shows where I just shill for a friend of mine. It's made by Joe Ciprian. He's a friend of mine. He has the studio. He made the studio Bearded Games. He also made Ebony Spire Heresy and Pimps vs. Vampires. So this show is basically gonna be me shilling for this game, which in the context of previous shilling videos I've done is me saying for 5 minutes that this game is great, it's nice, it's cool, and then spending 20 minutes crapping on it. I'm sorry, that's how I function at a basic human level. But hey, I'm in the credits, so there's that. It's a game made on the Linux first philosophy, meaning that it was developed primarily for Linux. But it is on Steam as well in a Windows version, and according to the developer, about 30% of the sales currently are actually from Steam, from Linux, like for the Linux version of the game, not the Windows version, which that's a good thing. Also, this game was created using a toaster, and I mean that it's made with a system that has probably less power than what your internet connected toaster would have currently, since everything's Internet of Things right now and everything's connected. Yeah, it's made to run well. It was developed on an Intel, what was it, HD 4000 GPU. It's from a small brick systems that's like 10 years old or something. It's made to work very well with a low spec system. You can sort of see, like in the background, kind of the quality of the graphics. It looks nice. I mean, yeah, there's blurry textures because, well, you can only get high resolution than that, and still hope to get it to run and work well on the system he had. But it still looks nice. And what kind of game is it? Well, initially it was supposed to be a bit more of a teach you how to use the Linux terminal and combat stuff in space thing, but it sort of shifted away from that. So you don't have the teaches you how to use the Linux terminal anymore. You just have the space part. And the space part is, you being a mercenary pilot, you're called Nova because, both because the developer was a fan of the X series of video games, which had the Argon Nova, and also because he worked on a game called Nova back when he was developing mobile games. I think it was Nova 3. It was a first-person shooter type of affair, I believe, on the mobile phones. It was made by Gameloft, and he worked on it. And as Nova, you're gonna have to kick ass and take names, and don't fly too safe. Oh, that'll not be a problem, because in this game you will never be safe. Currently the quick battle option is locked. I think you have to finish the main campaign to get it to unlock, but it's not necessarily what you would call an easy game. In terms of options, you don't really have many. You can unlock the frame rate. Currently, it still caps out at VSync. Well, actually, I think because it's running in, it's running in full screen, but it's the windowed full screen kind of affair, not exclusive full screen. So there's that. Oh, one very important thing, I've actually updated to the latest version of Windows 10. The 1903 version. It did not ruin anything. It didn't fix anything that the previous version ruined either, but no new bugs, and what's more impressive, I'm running the latest AMD drivers and they work. Now, I haven't installed Relive. I'm recording with mirrorless action camera, but there's no stuttering, there's no delay, there's none of the absolute garbage that went into the previous drivers that sort of caused me to get stuck with the drivers from 2 years ago to the day, 2 years to the day on the video card. So let's get into the actual game. I'm gonna start with probably what is the most exhilarating mission I've played so far. That is the Relay Assault. Now, before we start, we're gonna actually go to the loadout and pick up some, weapons. Now, we may be seeing that there's a small discrepancy here. Well, yes, I have a ton of money. Now, the way you make money in this game is quite simply you just do the missions. You don't have enough money to buy the newest laser. That's okay, just go do the same mission again. So it gets a bit grindy, and I am very, very much opposed to grind when you could just cheat yourself some more money. And I did that, and I got the best weapon in the game, the railgun, after, getting the pulse laser previously and playing a bunch of missions with it. Also, you only have two things you can actually upgrade. You have your main weapon and your internals, if you will. It's hull shielding. Wait a minute, can these be thermal boost? Let's see, this. Okay, so you can't. Can I actually get this? Okay, so no matter what this thing is called, so it's engine or engine ship, you can't, or hull shielding, you can't actually stack these. So they all cancel. You can't stack them. They are alternatives to each other. They're not supposed to be usable more at the same time. So I'm probably gonna get the thing I had earlier. Unless I get this boost, acceleration, energy. Actually, this one sounds a bit better than like a bit of an improvement over what I had previously. This one, but this one did give me 50 energy, so I'm gonna get this one. Now I should probably get the hull repair one as well at one point, though I do have less energy with it. Yeah, hull repair is a very important thing because there are some missions that you cannot finish without that. One of the initial design ideas was for the game to have power-ups, which were supposed to show up in game, like, healing yourself or giving you certain boosts. That's not currently in there. Now, the game is in early access. It was released. It's on Steam right now. It costs around $10. So it's €8, which I guess would be $10. But it was developed on a very, very no budget. It was developed over the course of a few months on a system that you could probably not use to, watch proper YouTube videos in 1080p. And still, that means that there's more stuff to be added to the game. Stuff that will be added for free in future updates. There is no planned paid DLC for it. Everything's going to be free, so I'm hoping that some of the ideas that were mentioned during the development of the game will make it in there at some point. So let's grab these power-ups and, yeah, the railgun, of course. And, well, I should go back a bit. These ones are alternatives, and some of them do offer different playstyles, if you will, or different bonuses that may be better suited to your playstyle. So, for example, this one gives you hull repair, but it makes you faster, but you have less energy. This one gives you a lot of energy. That's like, if you just want to keep firing and firing until everything is dead, and just dodge by yourself as best you can, this would probably be a better pick. But if you want to have, a little bit of an easy time, you can go with this one. Though this one is more expensive, so you should have already have gone through this. So having them be like a straight linear progression may not be the best idea, but it's like they're alternates, if you will. Whereas in this case, these are all just straight up upgrades. This one is hella better than this one. Like, when I switched to this one, everything just became a lot easier until the mission I'm at right now, which is kind of difficult even with this one, but for reasons not related to the weapon itself. So let's go back and start with the mission that actually is super duper kind of fun. Let's play the Relay Assault mission. Now, one thing to note, the game actually looks kind of nice and runs kind of well. You can even play it in first-person mode, which gives you like a bit of a, XCOM 2 or Elite Dangerous kind of vibe. And you can boost around. You see your throttle is like moving in real time as you do. Of course, if you're boosting, you will run out of energy quite quickly. It is. You'll be constantly draining 5 bits of energy, and it will replenish. But once you start shooting, yeah, that's gone. The weapon I'm currently using, the railgun, uses the most amount of energy, so I can only fire a couple of shots with it before it goes kaput. And you will sort of want to be constantly boosting, because while you are boosting, you have fine aim. Without it, you basically do this. Oh, goddammit. I thought for sure I was gonna free myself under that thing, but the game doesn't really have Newtonian physics, so it's okay. It's actually the second time I've done this show. The first time was with a very, very early version of the game. Well, actually not that early, it was from a couple of months ago. But by the time that Raul managed to actually upload it to the channel, and before hitting publish, a new version of the game came out that was entirely different. It was closer to this than it was back then. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna wait until the game is released to give it a proper shake. One thing I do have to say is that the graphics, even though the game was made, you know, using a toaster, the graphics look kind of nice. I mean, look at it. Okay, the texture for that rock, that is Bethesda worthy. That is Skyrim plastic boxes made of wood kind of thing. But it's okay. Also, one thing that he has changed in this version as opposed to the one that was previously given to me for testing is that you can do this now. You can walk through asteroids. You couldn't do that in the other version. They just had giant collection boxes. But let's get to it. So I'm gonna fire a missile at that glowy target thing. Now, you may have noticed that I just fired a missile, and the missile you didn't see one in the loadout screen. Well, that's because you cannot change the missile. One thing you can also not change is, you see those black spots that are kind of hard to see unless you're in a super bright area that has a fog on it, like here. Yeah, those are enemy targets, but they're not the primary enemy targets, meaning that unless they're specifically singled out, you're gonna probably have a hard time seeing them, and that's important. That's gonna be important later on. Currently, it's not. Currently, we're on the fun mission, the mission that makes you feel, oh, this is gonna be great. Look at it. Look at all the things shooting. This is like a trench run. This is like an X-wing. Oh, I kind of like the effect for the region of the hull. It's snazzy. Let's boost a while and go to the next objective. The beginning part of this mission isn't hard, but it sort of sets up an epic scale to a conflict that, you know, requires you to basically attack large ships like this one with all sorts of stuff stuck under them and between them, and this is a bit like, this is sort of like a trench run scenario. Like, this is the exact thing I'm heading towards right now. But the downside of this mission is that unless I actively try to not dodge anything like I just did, this part is super easy. Like, even without the ammo regen, even without the life regen, even without the come on, move forward. Even without the upgrades I bought, this is still a super easy mission because the lasers fired by the point defense weapons move like molasses, and you can easily dodge them. This is the dodge, by the way. Okay, you can actually also crash into these sides of the ship if you don't, if you're not careful exactly how you're moving, but that's a whole other matter. I'm gonna actually throttle up to max and boost through here. Hopefully not. Okay, so now doing that is probably a bad idea. So throttling up to the maximum is a bad idea. Also, when you're playing outside in third person, you're not actually seeing your current speed. The game has a bit of a trouble with giving you proper information about things unless you're in the cockpit. When I'm outside, like if I'm here, I can't even see what my current hull. Now I can see my current hull and energy, but now, when it's like when the sun's hitting, the light is hitting the hull of the ship, I can't see it. I have no idea. I can see the line, and I can infer the exact amount of life and energy I have left, but I can't actually see it properly. It can be a bit distracting sometimes. Also, the fog should probably just have disabled because it tends to creep up on you a bit. Like I didn't see the pillar earlier there. But so in terms of graphics, it's fine. Like, graphics are the department where the game really does a fine bang up job, and I can even pilot through here. See that tiny space? That was nice. I'm gonna boost up again, throttle up to max, and blow up these shield converters or shield generators or something. Now they're not equipped with shields. I actually think I missed one there. I'm gonna go back for it in a second. The objectives are clearly marked with these yellow triangles. Can't really miss them. And that railgun does have a fairly long range. So this mission begins a bit kind of easy. That's okay. It's were this one of the first missions, I think it would have gone a bit better, because there are some earlier missions that are a bit kind of not all that engaging. Just fly at enemies and hope they explode. I did miss one, didn't I? Yes, I did miss one. Come on, come on. I would get the lasers to fire a bit faster. That's probably what I would do. And maybe try to get them to fire a bit more at me instead of in my general direction. So the game can improve with time. It will have updates, of all sorts of updates. And this mission, although it kind of seemed a bit more exciting the first time I played it, is... well, now it's about to get more exciting right now because the other ships are about to warp in, I guess. Then it should be a bit more of action-packed. Though you can't really... This is the same problem that the game had in the previous version, which I didn't publish the show, but it still has the same problem. You don't feel like you're fighting, like you're in a big epic fight. And that's because of the music. Like, the music is atmospheric space stuff. There's no space battle music. There's no sense of action in the sound design, really. Well, actually no, that's not actually fair of me. When you're in the cockpit, you can hear the sounds a lot better. So you can hear the shots coming at you. You can hear a bit more of a volume to everything that's happening. But you're still lacking music, and music is really important in a game like this. It sets the tone, the mood. And this one doesn't have any. It's like generic space thing. Even the X games, where you could play as a boring Boran, had combat music that was really kind of nice. Did I blow the guy up? Yes, I did. I think that's the last of them. I don't have to blow this up currently, but I will have to fight the capital ship soon. Come on. Where's the... Okay, more... blow up a few more things and go... Oh yeah, I have to blow up the bits of it. So like I said, it's a trench run type of scenario. So we're gonna have to blow things up. That was a very fortuitous position. Now, this mission is fairly easy. Like, even without the upgrades I've made, this was, when I first played it, a short, engaging, easy mission. Which is, it's kind of a bit of a contrast with the next one, because the next one is evil. I think that would be the correct term to use to describe it. It's an evil mission, concocted primarily to torture the living, I guess. Now, we'll get to it. Come on. Huh. The last time the first time I played this mission, actually, I sort of finished it by just crashing into the last turret. And bam. 1. And with that, I can gain some more money that I can use to spend here, but I already kind of unlocked everything that was worth unlocking, I guess. So then we're gonna get to the, the retaliation mission. You have your story here with things and stuff, and about what was it? The red duality, the enemy force, red retaliation, something, Gomorrah system. Let's kick it. The game has lore. It's not just fluff. There is a point to it, I guess. And this mission sort of started out with a very, very big sense of I wouldn't say deja vu, but it reminds me a lot of the old combat scenario, flight combat scenario. You know which ones? So like the Ace, not the Ace combat, but the F-22 Raptors, the Strike Commander, even Wing Commander. You always had to go somewhere and patrol. And here you do the same. You have to go. I'm gonna throttle up. Let's see. I love the throttling up effect. See, now you're basically standing still and going backwards actually, and now full throttle. Can actually see the throttle, what you're at outside a ship. Only from the inside can you do that. And you can speed boost up a bit to get a bit more speed. That thing, I don't know why it does it. It's sort of distracting. I keep expecting to get a like a radio message when it does that, but it never gives me one, so it's kind of distracting. So let's go back to the other area. Here we're tasked with defending this area of possible enemy incursions, and when the enemy incursion happens, I want you to carefully look exactly at who is shooting at me and who the game wants me to shoot, because one very important thing is sort of, I feel, missing currently in the game, and that is a clarity of who is trying to kill you and where they are. Because I'm going to troll down right now just so they can get a clearer shot at me. You see all the yellow points, right? Those are my targets. Those I have to kill to get to the next stage of the level and then complete the mission. But there are harder to see bits there. You see the blackish, not blackish, but dark red ones. Yeah, those are enemies as well, and some of them are a lot tougher and a lot more dangerous than the ones that I have to kill. Those are the main reasons why I have not managed to get past this mission up until probably now that I bought the hull regen upgrade. Because those red guys, those will absolutely murderize me. Like when I started playing this mission first, I had the second upgrade of the well, first upgrade of the laser, and I could just not kill them fast enough because they would just murderize me. Now I'm hoping I'll do a bit better. So I'm gonna dodge. You're expected to dodge constantly in the game, but there is a limit to how much and how far you can dodge, and also when you're dodging you can't really shoot. So actually, can you shoot and dodge at the same time? Yes, you can, but it's kind of not all that super easy to handle in this scenario. I'm playing with a keyboard because, well, I have an rollover keyboard so I can play it okay-ish with it. Also, the game does have control support, but I couldn't find the button on the controller that lets me do this. Yeah, it will sometimes get stuck on things. That's okay. It makes things a bit fairer, I guess. Because I think they may be able to... yeah, this guy. That big guy. That thing is much more powerful than any of the yellow ones. Those things will shoot the hell out of me. Okay, more ships jumping in. Got it. Going to murderize them. The allies should be probably doing their best as well to murderize the enemies as well. Hoping they will do that. Come on. Come on. Yeah, okay, leveling up. Probably should take some reds along with me. I don't want them to crowd me when the big things happen. And big things will happen, by the way, quite soon. Come on. Oh, there he is, shooting at me. Probably gonna notice who's shooting at me by the lasers. Yellows are the ones that I'm supposed to kill for to finish the level and get to the next part of the mission. Red ones are the ones that can actually kill me a lot faster than yellow ones, and there's a lot more red ones. So far, I've mainly died in this mission like 3 or 4 times because of the red ones. See, that's a yellow one actually trying to kill me right now. Gonna have to dodge it as best I can. The Hellfire, by the way, becomes super not helpful quite quickly. It gets to the point where you need 2-3 shots of the secondary fire, the missile, to get an enemy, to shoot down an enemy, and that's difficult because the projectile weapons, they can be shot down, so it's not an easy thing to use. I kind of wish it was upgradable. Gonna have to shoot down that big red guy in front. Also, we have now reached a point where their capital ship has just dropped in. Gonna have to find it and blow it up. Where is... oh, there it is. Actually, that's not that theirs. Where is their capital ship? Okay, there it is. Yeah, I can see it now. Gonna have to dodge a bit, dodge and weave. Now, later missions, I believe, are more about fighting stuff like this, and this is exciting. This, if it had better music, like the music is putting me to sleep, but if it had like super action music, this would have been amazing. Also, like I said, I have cheated and gotten the biggest weapon I can buy in the game, so it would have been a lot more difficult to do that with my standard weapon. So keep that in mind. I have cheated to get to this point. Actually, I've gotten to this point without cheating, but to get past this point, I have cheated. So keep that in mind when considering the difficulty of the game. I think I just blew up one of my ships. Come on, get me. Oh, okay, I'm being attacked. They came after me. Those bastards. Still, I have more hull than I used to have when the first got to this point in the mission. That's a good thing to see. And there's the enemy. Okay, blew them up. The enemy ships look a bit like the Vipers from Battlestar Galactica. Or actually more like a bit more like Cheryl's ship from Archer 1999. Which is the latest season of Archer, which just ended, I believe. Blew it up. Blew it up too. I think I just blew up an ally. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Dodge, dodge. I've seen this game described that as a bullet hell kind of affair, and it can get to that level. You also be in situations in some missions where you have to defeat certain boss ships. There's a prototype ship that will with the ability to cloak. Well, it has the ability to cloak in the sense that it will not show up on the map until you do certain things like defeat its escort. And fighting it the first time was a bit difficult because it just shot everything it had at me and I died. But the second time I tried to do the mission, I figured out that you could get behind it, and at very, very low range, the AI sort of panics a bit. So it doesn't know how to, navigate when you're right next to it, and you're not in a position where it can sort of aim at you. Success defend the Gomorrah, assault duality station has some Benos effect. Government from the newly formed Bhutan Coalition and the Grey Sky Supreme Emperor have requested us for an assault. I'm ready. Okay, so we're gonna attack a thing. Let's go attack a thing. We're gonna kill the thing. Yeah. See, this looks like an exciting mission. Let's see if it's an improvement over the last one. Over the one with the attacking the big ship. Okay, I'm supposed to shoot some of the red ones, I guess. Turrets to the west. Okay, this was when it was in the alpha version as well, so I'm gonna have to blow up the turrets. Slow down actually, and then blow up the turrets. Okay, this is going okay. Okay, let's boost up away. Boost, 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 boost. Kill the reds. Kill some reds because they will be shooting at me, I guess. The last one's dead. Titan vessel approaching. Take it down. Okay, taking down a Titan. Let's go in first person. Let's see where the Titan is. That is Titan. We're gonna boost. And dodge towards it. The ship designs are okay. They look nice. And I think I just blew it up. Yes, because I do have the weapon that does, I believe, 65 times as much damage as the starter weapon does. Take care of the turrets on the west side of the station. Did I just do that already? No, that was the east side maybe. Come on, do a trench run, do a trench run. Yes. Okay, I missed that one. Mission difficulty doesn't seem to scale well, I guess. Probably maybe due to the regenerating hull effect. That thing is just killer. Okay, that would have been worth it as a temporary power-up, not as a full upgrade that you can get. Though, to be fair, it does cost a lot of money and you're not expected to have access to it probably until the later stages of the game. But thing is, the game doesn't have that many stages. I think I'm halfway through the campaign right now. It needs further development. It needs, I want to say, more content. Because it does have the quick battle where you can customize things, and didn't I just do that? There's another west side of the station. It did say turrets, right? But it's highlighting ships for me right now. Maybe turrets and ships? Have to blow them up. I'm not all that happy with the messages that show up. Like, they're in the middle of the screen, so they take up all your view space. And don't stick around there for long. You have a lot of space that you can use for that, like at any bit of the corner. The life and energy indicator used to be on the sides, so that's empty space right now that can be used for such things. But honestly, the thing that really should have been improved is the music. It just doesn't work with this music. There's no sense of action. There's no sense of momentum. No sense of impact in the. I'm gonna give an example. Crimson Skies. Crimson Skies is a game that I truly, deeply love. I've never finished it. I'm not superbly good at it, but I love it nonetheless. It's astonishing how superb that game can be solely on the theme. It really does a lot with its theme, and much of what it does with the theme comes from the audio department, from the music especially, and the voice acting does help. And I guess he currently have voice actors with the budget he has, since he doesn't really have one. I'd offer my services, but I'm not sure if I have the time to actually voice act the game. I could try, but it does need a bit more of an oomph. It needs something to tie you into the action, other than the action itself. It needs a hook. That's what it is. A hook, a chorus, a beat, something that will keep you in here. And if it can have that, if you can pull that off, it could have a chance at being actually successful. It kind of needs it. The action's fine, it's okay, but it's not super duper special. And the reality is that even though the game is cheap, it's still up against the last 30 years of video games that are on sale on Steam non-stop. That's the sad part of being an indie developer these days. You are up against 30 years, actually 40 years, almost 40 years of video games being developed that work on PCs, the modern PCs, the modern systems. That's one of the advantages that consoles will have, or had more likely, is that you were locked into just the games available for this generation. But that's going away too. And it's gonna be kind of a hard time to get yourself noticed. And the game doesn't have to be super successful for it to succeed. I think he hopes to have oh, what is that? They're trying to escape. No escaping on my watch. I think he wants to sell 700 units, I believe in a month or two, which should be doable. I think he's already at 200 or something. So it shouldn't be hard to achieve. We're almost done actually with the campaign. Successful maneuver the mercenaries. Time to rise above and beyond. Being a simple alliance of combat skill and pilot move towards becoming recognized faction. Okay, Commander Keen. What? Wait. Were they all saying Commander Keen? I just noticed. No, just the last few were. So this one was saying Commander Keen, and this one as well. But they were all from Keen. No, this one for Sek. Yeah. Honestly, whenever I see briefing missions, briefing text, I just sort of phase it out. I just see static. And that's my bad. Well, it's mostly because I've played too many games where the briefings were so horridly boring that I couldn't read them anymore. But this is from Commander Keen. My God, that's something. Hey, did you hear they're making a new Commander Keen game? And the creator of the game hates it? Like, this is a space battle. This is like an epic space battle. Like, there's a giant thing over there. I'm gonna shoot the giant thing over there first. Screw the targets. I'm gonna shoot the giant thing over there with my massive death cannon and see if it blows up. Holy shit, that thing is shooting at me. This is exciting. I'm imagining the Galaxy Rangers theme music on the background because the music in this one is just so bland. And I blew it up. Because I cheated myself the best weapon in the game. Is that an ally? Are you an allied ship? Because you don't look like you're trying to murder me. Nah, I'm not gonna blow you up. Ally? And I think so. Oh, goddammit, I just shot myself there. I'll hit myself in my head, my ship's head on the thing. Turn that way. Doesn't feel super duper fast anymore. I think all the missions that relate to this kind of big ship sort of have a slowness to them. It's sort of like the cinematography in Pacific Rim, where everything moves slowly enough so you can appreciate everything about it. But here I think it could have been a bit faster, I guess. Kind of hard to judge, honestly. I mean, I haven't done a proper analysis of a video game like show-wise in months. Done like what, 3-4 this year. Continue serving targets. Will do. Roger Wilco. Epsilon Omega. I'm just gonna travel down. Park my asp right here. By the way, I did get an Anaconda in Elite Dangerous. I'm not using an asp anymore. I wonder if that's why they named the ships that. I mean, Anaconda and asp, because there's destroy the antenna, destroy the antenna. Disable the comms, disable the comms. Let's go into first person mode. And dodge around. Dodge up and then dodge down. Okay, there's a ghost there. It's just me ghosting out. No worries, no worries. Oh, that's the antenna. Be gone, antenna. Okay, I crashed into you. It's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get it back. Did I blow it up? Hey, I can actually go backwards. I thought the trail was. Oh, I can actually go full speed backwards. Wow, that's something. Eliminate the duality captains leading the charge. Okay, will do. Just full forward assault, and there we go. Yeah, I just noticed that I fired the thing. Okay, that sort of really damaged me there. I'm firing my railgun from two hard points, but I see it'll fire it alternatively when I'm low on energy. But I only have the one hard point for the lasers, I guess. No, wait, there's two of them. But I can only fire them together, or they fire each other independently. And then there's the missile, which the missile lost its charm. Like, it really. I used to base rely on the missile when I had the weaker laser, but since the second one, the missile is kind of worthless. The missile needs to be upgradable as well, or replaceable with something else like a shield drone. I mean, since it is kind of turning into a bullet hell type of game with the higher number of enemies, I think you can get a couple of hundred at the same time on the screen, fighting with you and with each other. You could get something like a drone that'll auto heal. Well, we do have the auto healing armor, so that's kind of pointless. But it needs to be something more doable with the secondary weapon than the missile that doesn't really do a lot. It takes up a lot of energy. Well, that'll probably be it for this show. Not sure when I'm gonna have another one, honestly. So appreciate this if you actually enjoyed it. Not, it's okay. It's okay. There won't be many more of them. Take down a few more ships and get out of there, Merc. Okay, Roger Dodger. That's what I'm gonna do. The game's okayish, but I think it can absolutely be better. It needs better audio. It needs more of an oomph in the music. That's honestly the first thing that pops into my mind when seeing it. It needs better that. Also, clarity as to who is shooting at me and from where. Like currently, you can see that these guys are illuminated. That's a target. That's something that's shooting at me. That's something that's a hostile. But most of the time, they would be like you saw on the previous mission. They never got to this point. They never got that that kind of highlighting. They were like these dark dots, like the turrets here. They never got properly highlighted, and that made that mission kind of annoying to play, like a pain in the asphalt, a pain in the ass. But I know it will get better. Like the developer tends to support his games as long as he can, and has a good track record of doing things properly. Now, he also has a very, very horrible system to actually develop the games on, so hopefully if this game does sell, he will get a proper PC. Like one with a graphics card. So, you could actually probably, you know, make the interface a bit... I can't see exactly how... Oh, I have 31. I think it's 31. Yeah, it's 31. Probably, you know, make the interface a bit easier to see. Play around with some shaders some more. Like there's the intention of making something that looks good. And with the technology he has it available, it looks actually kind of dang good. And it runs well. Like 75 frames a second, that's because it's frame locked at the maximum of the monitor. Like I said, you can find this game on Steam right now. I'm actually online on Steam, that's not supposed to be there. That's weird. View discussions, it's online on Steam for the price of, I think it was 8 and a bit euros. Does it support Steam controller? Any co-op plan? The co-op, I'm not sure how it would work in this game. Actually, it could probably work well, I guess. No, not that one. Not back. Can't go back. I meant to click the store page. So, like I said, the game has positive reviews. Space Mercs is available for the price of 8 euros and 20 euro cents. So, hey, if you're interested in this kind of game, go get it. It's okay. Could be better. Could have. Well, you can fight 400 to 500 ships, so I think that's something to look forward to when I unlock the quick mission option. But it really needs some oomph in the presentation and the music department. Just listen to it. That's not the combat music. No, that's in the menu, but that's the same music you have, kind of in the combat as well, and it doesn't fit. Also, it's not a game made for long sessions. Like even the developer says so. It's made for short 3-10 minute sessions. But if that's the case, it needs a rocking jam on the background. So, raid Kevin MacLeod's, I forget how to pronounce his name. Raid his vault and see if he has any really rocking space combat themes there. Because you kind of need it. Like it needs something like that to actually get the oomph it needs. It craves for it. It requires to like make the action pop. I'm gonna be back. No clue when actually. Maybe I'll get bought out by Mixer as well for $100 million, like some other people did. Remember when we used to stream on Mixer? It was called Bean back then, man. Maybe if you'd have hadn't shut down our streaming account, would have been millionaires by now. I know, it's probably not. Definitely not. I didn't have time to stream anyway, neither did Raul. Though he did stream that one time while he realized that he had installed a Bitcoin miner malware on his PC, and that was an amazing stream. It's not listed on our channel anymore, but it is there. I think I can find the link. Well, see you again when I see you again. Hopefully, it will not be like next year. Maybe it'll be next month, and a month or 2 or 3. I keep needing to upgrade to a Ryzen machine to make like shows faster with the time I have on hand, but that's probably not gonna happen anymore. I was really hoping to Ryzen, but if you follow me on Twitter, you know what's up, and you should follow me on Twitter. I'm very active there. It's a horrible place to be, but I encourage you to live the horribleness with me. Because what's the point of suffering if you're doing it alone? Goodbye, everybody.